So guys, we're going to take this reflector out and we're going to make a clean connection behind this reflector. So let's take it apart. So these are the wires we are going to make a clean connection to. First of all, this is the power jack where our 3.7 volt battery source is going to come in right straight through this wire. This wire is the LED wire. So now let's make our connection. This positive is going to be connected to this positive, but we're going to use a switch to make that connection. First of all, this is a switch. So we're going to use the wire, connect it to this red one. Then the second wire, we're going to connect it to this red one. This black wire, will be connecting it to this black one, but I noticed this wire is very short. So what we're going to do is that we're going to use this white one to extend the wire so that it's going to be long. Remember, this red one is for the colored lights, this white one is for the bright lights. So now let's cut the lid. So what we're going to do right now is that we're going to connect another switch. We're going to be using this switch. This switch is going to be connected from this red one straight through this white one. Now, this switch, what we're going to do right now is that we're going to test it to see if it's working. We have a 3.7 volt battery connected to a power jack. So now let's connect it to this power port. We have to make sure each of the wires are not touching. Okay, so now let's turn on the switch. Let's try this first one. Let's bring this one closer. Okay, let's bring this one further. Okay, so now let's try the first one. Wow, it's working. Good. So this is the colored light. So now we're going to try the second switch if it's going to work, which is this one. This one should light up the white light, the bright one. Good. 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 So our aim is to make a clean connection. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to put this one right here, and each of these wires, we're going to try to insulate them with a masking tape. So let's do that right now. First of all, we're going to disconnect this. It's better to do it without power connected to it. So, we finally succeeded in insulating all the wires. So right now, what we're going to do is to put the power jack, the power port in place right here. And we're going to connect this switch. What we do right now is that we made a cutout here for this second switch. So now let's make good. So right now the switch is in place. So we have the first switch, we have the second switch, we have our power jack right here. So guys, we're going to put everything together. But first of all, these wires, we're going to try to hold them down with a tape. Just like this. So now, let's cover it. Good. It's looking beautiful. So now let's test it to see if it's still working. Remember our power jack? Then we are going to, let's try the colored light, the first switch. Wow, it's working well. Let's try the second switch, which is the white light. Working beautiful. Let's try the second one. Everything is working as planned. So now we're going to try to put a cover. This is the cover, but I notice we are having a problem with this, so we have to glue it. First of all, let's put a cover in place. Good. Now, for us to put this in place, what we're going to do is that we're going to use glue to glue these parts. So I did a little bit of spillover right here, so we're going to clean it. Good. So what we're going to do now is to try to put this piece in there. Okay. Good. So we're going to let it dry. But first of all, we're going to test it. Let's test it once again to see if it's working. Wow, nice. Let's try the second one. Now, the light box is working perfectly well.